you faithful few. We're at the airport. We are making our way to gate A12, where we await our flight in about an hour and a half. So the epic adventure has begun. We are finally at the airport through security. Right now, just sitting here with Rocky Mountain Mister. The girls went to visit the bathroom, and he's already got the mirrors out. Luckily, Elsa didn't cause any trouble going through security, so I was trying to get a shot as we went through security, but it was a little chaotic, so just got the important stuff done first. Now we're just sitting at our gate, waiting to board the plane to Detroit. Here we go, you faithful few, down the ramp and into the plane. There we go, you faithful few. We are airborne for Alaska. Alright, faithful few, we are in Detroit now, on to A76 after we visit a bathroom. Here we go, A76, all the way at the end of the concourse. Well, you faithful few, while we're flying to Vancouver here, for 737-800, Glacier has a really good voice isolation function, and since it is super loud here on the airplane, I'm just going to see if it works. You can hear what I was saying. Well, we are a couple of hours into our flight to Vancouver. Rocky Mountain Mister is out over there against the window. Rocky Mountain Sister is watching Zootopia. Rocky Mountain Mama is playing some solitaire. And for my part, did a little bit of reading, but trying to catch up on some sleep too. Well, you faithful few, we've landed in the Great White North. Vancouver, Canada. It's all of our first time here. I've been to Canada one time before in Toronto for an engineering meeting. Ooh, look at that fanciness. Just gonna make our way to customs and then a bathroom. But we've successfully retrieved all of our luggage without incident or loss. So that's a big win. But we may have lost Mister. Take a look at the sunshine, everybody. It may be the last time we see it for 2 weeks. Alright, you faithful few, we made it to the hotel. Finally. It was harrowing trying to find everything and get on the right shuttle and make it over here and unload with everybody and everything, but I think Rocky Mountain Sister did a better job of getting some B-roll than I did. We are here settled in our room and really just looking for something to eat right now. I've been up for 28 hours straight, so I'm feeling good. A little bit of a headache, but it's all right. That's why we got here a day early, so we'll recover tonight. Very nice room. We're still very much in day one. It is 12:30 p.m. local time, so just a little bit afternoon. I think we lost 3 hours coming here. So we'll keep going on day one of our epic Alaska cruise tour adventure. Faithful few, we're in the evening hours here. Actually, it's almost 10 o'clock here in Vancouver, Canada. Talking about Mr. and I just came around to walk around, check out the rest of the inn. If we could find anything interesting. So far, we managed to find the breakfast area for the morning, which unfortunately the sit-down area is closed, but we can still get some nummies in the morning and take them up to our food before we head back to the airport and then on to Vancouver Shipport. Parking garage. Oh, let's go outside real quick to there's a sitting area out there. You'll be fine, that's quick. I think they got, oh, a little bunny. Why is there a black bunny running around? Anybody ever read the children's books Bunnicula? That was one book I remember reading as a kid. It was like a vampire bunny. Maybe that's what it was. It was a vampire bunny. So here's a little sitting area where you can chill and wait. Where you can chill and wait for the shuttle to come pick you up.
These birdie people.
There he goes.
Okay, no one's crossing the road.
After some aspirin, some pretty decent food at Moxie's, and a little nap, I'm actually feeling pretty good. So we might be right back on our sleep cycle as we'll probably go to bed in an hour or so here, and it'll be a normal bedtime for us. Well, you faithful few, that wraps up a very long day one. We lost 3 hours and it's 10:30 at night now, but we are well on our way. Tomorrow, get on the ship, and we're heading to Alaska. See you tomorrow. Well, good morning, you faithful few, and welcome to day two of what has now been affectionately termed Alaska Adventurecation. Now, whether or not I can fit that on a thumbnail or not remains to be seen. Talking about Mr. and I went downstairs and got some breakfast. It's actually not a bad breakfast at all. They had this awesome little pancake maker thing, but their dining area was closed, and so we had to bring the food back up to our room. So we're just gonna fuel up, pack up, and move out. We got a 10:15 appointment with the shuttle to the airport. Don't want to miss it. This has been a relatively difficult excursion to film so far. We have made it back to the airport via a Prius that was our shuttle to get us from the hotel to the airport. So we fit all of this, including ourselves, in a Prius. It was pretty much a game of Tetris, yeah. But we won, so. And here is our line to the bus, that is, not the boat yet. And we, of course, are in our proper place in the back of the bus. And right next to the bathroom. We're experiencing technical difficulties here on the bus. We've made it to the Vancouver port, but there's a sizable fence in the way of our bus moving forward. I just said we should probably ram it.
I was just thinking that.
We'll go up, we'll bum rush the bus driver and just stamp our foot down on the gas. We still got 3.5 hours though before the bus leaves. Oh, there we go. Doors opening. That was the offending structure. We're getting close to being on the boat. Here's the stateroom.
A plus or a prime, a pre could do casual dining Alfredo.
Well, in case you didn't figure out from the previous music montage and B-roll, we're on the Coral Princess now, heading up the main stairways to our Mr. Muster station. First view of the main atrium. The fancy elevators.
But that's alright.
It's a helicopter pad over there. There's Vancouver. We're up on the Lido deck now, looking for some nummies. There's a little mister on a big ship. I know. You have to come school him in a little while. And our first meal on the cruise from the Salty Dog. We just need to get Mister over here to eat. I don't know if you faithful few have seen Mister's awesome aviator glasses yet. He's Tom Cruise. So I haven't talked about it much, like what our package is or anything, but we have a plus package, and part of that plus package is we get 2 of these large, amazing desserts per day. And the gentleman over there is hooking us up at the moment.
Well, we did until we got off the bus.
Fun we're having, and the cruise hasn't even started yet. It's 3:06. We got another hour before we depart the port, and the thousands of doors down our hallway. How do you know which is ours? A massive DMS Adventure sticker, of course.
Oh, there's a ton.
And a little one up here too.
Dad. Sheesh.
It says I unlocked it.
Speaking from the bridge, welcome on board the Coral Princess. At this stage, we are ready to go. Shortly, we'll be letting go our lines and proceeding in the outer part of the sea and start our passage to Glacier-filled.
Well, we use the stairs to get up to deck 14 for the sail away party. Well, we made it with like a minute to spare. We got maybe 5 people to say bye to down there.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing today? Good, good to see you and welcome aboard the beautiful Coral Princess. I want to definitely enjoy the pool and the outside dancing while it lasts. You've got approximately 3 hours left of this. have it. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise, your Coral Princess singers and dancers. Now, you've all made an amazing choice by being here, but let me ask you this, just so I know where I stand. How many of you have cruised Princess before? Make some noise. Not bad, okay. And how many of you have not? Alright, good. So just let you in on something. The Coral is amazing. We got more space per person. We have beautiful venues for entertainment all over the ship. You are in for an incredible treat. Of course, we're en route to an amazing itinerary, seeing the beautiful vistas that Alaska has to offer. Sailing under the command of our captain, Diego Pera, who, fortunately, has already said hello with his loud honks. So, hi, Captain Diego. Tons of activities, tons of entertainment, and lots of Alaska-specific programming. We're even going to be bringing Alaskan Huskies on board for you to look at later in the cruise. The last cruise I said all the other stuff first. Today I thought I'd just lead with the puppies, because that seemed to be the thing that everyone cared about the most. But we have so much in store, and I will keep you posted on all of those things as we go along. You can enjoy our amazing cast again right now. Take it away.
Alright, you faithful few, here it is. We are sailing away from Vancouver on the Coral Princess on our 10-day Denali cruise tour. And we have a lot of that waiting for us. We got a ship already heading under the bridge there. I think that was the Holland America line. Well, you faithful few, I'm really testing out the Hollyland Mark M2S mic right here, and the DaVinci Resolve voice isolation again, because it's pretty noisy right here. As we are heading out of Vancouver, whatever bay this is called, we are getting ready to pass under whatever bridge this is called. And I'll stick it up in the corner there. I did some fantastic research before this trip. So one interesting fact, despite that bridge being as tall as it is, when the tide is in, there are certain ships that will not fit underneath the bridge. Tell the Coral Princess is relatively small as far as cruise ships go. So you can tell some of the bigger ones have some issues getting under that sucker. Oh, someone's up there on the bridge waving. Nice. Look at that. This is our first big expansive view. Couldn't ask for a more beautiful day for embarkation, you faithful few. There's that Holland America still out ahead of us. Of the multiple tone gray of the mountains back there. It's amazing. And some oil freighters too, for good measure. This is the view, ye faithful few. They do movies at night out here, I'm pretty sure. And why are we at the pool? Well, Rocky Mountain Mister's over there in the hot tub. Rocky Mountain Sister's a little nervous, as I am, because we've never taken the Action 5 underwater before. I mean, that's what it's for.
Okay, it's still on.
Go over and find Rocky Mountain Mister. There he is, with his awesome goggles on. Mister says the water's too cold. It's like 76 degrees right now. It's the warmest it's going to be this entire trip. Alright, you faithful few, mic test. It's some crazy headwind that's enough to take my breath away. The Holland America line's still out there. So there's a dead kitten on and the mic is under my shirt, but it's also just ridiculously windy. So just wanted to see if the audio worked so I would know for the rest of the cruise. We are the only ones crazy enough to be out here. Oh, there's a couple people that are just as crazy. Okay, now the audio is set to 0 and my back's to the wind. And now I'm facing the wind head on, looking through the nice shaded plexiglass. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, baby. I feel like my feet are gonna blow out from under me.
I know. One of my feet kind of did.
Woohoo! This is fantastic. Oh look, a little lighthouse. Found a slight reprieve from the wind behind this massive wall. We've got the pickleball court, basketball court. Oh yeah, a little goal, a little net. At least if my hat blows off, it won't go anywhere. Yeah, basketball, pickleball, I think the net's over there. Small little goal, and there's like a big old chess checkerboard over here. And I presume all the pieces are in those boxes. Got a shuffleboard also, super cool. Okay, I know it's super windy, but I gotta go check out the railing over there. Oh yes, there's the swanky sanctuary. It's where the rich people go.
Oh wow.
And there's our wake. We got a cruise ship behind us too, probably that Regent. And there's that lighthouse that we passed. It's beautiful. Well, you faithful few, that will wrap up today's adventures as we head out of Vancouver. And we are just on the open seas, running up the west coast of Canada. We will be on the boat all day tomorrow and then be coming into Ketchikan the next morning. So I think we're just gonna turn in, heading down to the room, and just gonna sign out. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, you faithful few. It is a day at sea today. And this is one of the awesome aspects of this particular ship, the Coral Princess. It has one of the few promenade decks in the fleet. And that's just a deck that goes all the way around the ship. So you'll have awesome viewing angles from any point on the ship during days such as Glacier Bay. Except for today, because it's closed for maintenance. Swabbing the decks. Awesome. Right now I'm walking underneath the lifeboats. And one of my good buddies lent me his binoculars. While we're walking around the promenade deck, there's a little update. Rocky Mountain siblings still asleep. I think along with Rocky Mountain Mama. We are at sea all day today, so we'll just do some stuff on the boat. There is a open ping pong gathering that I might check out around 11 o'clock. Another item of note, Rocky Mountain Sister's having some motion issues a little bit. We got a patch for her neck, along with some motion sickness medicine, Dramamine and one other type. So hopefully we'll get her feeling okay. It's actually been a very smooth sail so far, not very choppy seas. Oh my goodness, now there's a lens. Oh, around the back of the boat. I haven't been here yet. Look at that. Woo. That is fantastic. I can feel some sway back here. Man, this is where I would come to do some viewing for sure. If I was gonna stake out a spot on deck for Glacier Bay viewing, I might be back here. I wonder if they have a map, like an interactive map of where you are on the water. All right, well, that's it for the morning update. Let's go grab some food. All right, now the party can get started. Rocky Mountain Mistress here. Now the party can really get started. Rocky Mountain Sister's here. She loves the boat movement. All right, and as we eat and enjoy the movement of the boat, we have a fantastic view. So we came back to our room after eating, and our stateroom guy has already been in to clean things up. And he's got the Murphys all set up. We had 5 Murphs and 1 Mount Apollo come. And then Rocky Mountain Sister has Isis and Bella. One thing I wanted to mention that I never found on when I was doing research is what these rooms look like when the bunks are down. Normally they're only showing it with the queen setup or the 2 twins. So anybody interested in knowing what this looks like with the bunks down, if you got a family or you're cruising with a couple friends, this is what the bunks look like. May not come with a DMS sticker, but. So how was the sleep, mister? Was it all right? Was the bed comfy? Yeah, that's how good it was, I guess. We came back to the room because I need to pick up my ping pong paddle because there's like a tournament or something going on right now. Well, you faithful few, we just had some intense ping pong action. Rocky Mountain Mister and I managed to beat Suleiman and bet 2 games out of 3. That was super fun. I think Rocky Mountain Sister got some footage of us playing them, so if I haven't already, we'll flash that in here now. I think Mister surprised everybody with his skills. Cool, couple guys. Oh, we played Sam too. He was from Hong Kong. The other 2 guys are from India. Fun times. We're just trying to find Rocky Mountain Mama now. I don't know where they're at. We might be zeroing in on Rocky Mountain Mama and Sis. Up to the splash pool. Maybe they're in the splash pool. Nope, not up here. Never mind, not in the splash pool. He might be on the other end of the boat. We are on deck 15, which has a good grill and a bar for some burgers and hot dogs. Of course, the outdoor pool and hot tubs. And Peter Dinklage up there on the Hunger Games movie.
Just persuade them.
Oh, yeah, it says big jet thingies up there. Look like jet engines. Those are cool. All right, maybe they're up here playing pickleball or maybe giant chess. No pickleball. No giant chess. Got some shuffleboard going on.
Wait, how do you get back here? Oh, into the room?
No, it's a fancy place for rich people.
Oh.
Not really. All right, back here at the back of the ship, checking out our wake, testing the Hollyland Lark M2S mic. Got the dead kitten on it and inside the shirt. So I'm not sure how well the mic works under this scenario, so just testing it out. Well, Rugged Mountain Mama and I just making our way around the promenade deck. Rugged Mountain siblings are still in the stateroom napping / watching videos. So we come down here, get us a tasty drink, and check out the promenade deck. And today our view is just ocean. Well, there's some balcony rooms that we bid for. We didn't book them originally, so I thought it would be too expensive. I wasn't sure whether we'd be able to afford it or not. But we ended up bidding for one and didn't get it. But we did upgrade from a interior room to a window view room. I don't know that our kids would utilize it, but here's the Youth and Teen Club. I think Rugged Mountain Mister was more interested than Sis. This would be Mister's group. Oh, it's even a tent. How fitting. Take a look through the porthole. Ooh, air hockey and foosball. And a view. Oh, and skee ball. A couple more skee ball, foosball, air hockey. Probably Xbox or something over yonder. We'll have to bring them on down here.
That's where it took us.
Pretty slick little area. Paintings. Fancy restaurants. Ooh, look at that. It's a little too swanky for DMS Adventures. The Crown Grill. We're just passing through, folks. Sabatini's. It's another fancy place. So we are on our way to check out like a ship tradition, where it's like the captain's champagne fountain, something like that. So we're gonna go see what that looks like.
Because I have seen it turn into a glass waterfall prior. So I'm going to call someone with a lot more experience at this park than me. Please welcome back our Director of Restaurant Operations, Joaquin. Good to see you, sir.
I know, I don't get it.
All right, are you sure I should be up here? Joaquin, how many glasses are stacked here? I don't know. 637. 637.
Actually?
637.
Not amazing. Oh, for this I need your help. Can you help me count down in? 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
How are you doing? He's cheating. Look at that. That's what I haven't done this before.
There it was, you faced through the Champagne waterfall, which I guess that will make it a champagne fall. Well, we just finished with the amazing Champagne Fall. Well, we got to meet the whole crew of the ship. It's like Picard and Worf and Troy and all those people. Oh, Riker. we're out here on the promenade deck, and there's like nobody out here, so it's like I could like put this selfie stick all the way out and get us all walking around the Coral Princess as we go into the echoey dark part with perfect timing. Gonna do a lap around here. 2.8 laps is 1 mile, and end up at the Horizons buffet place to fill up water bottles. All right, you faithful few, it's 8:30 on day 1, 2, 3. And yeah, we just went and had dinner, and then we went and checked out the kid thingy for talking about Mister, and they're having movie night tonight, so he couldn't play skee ball. We're out on deck 14. So this is where they have the movies under the stars, and tonight's movie is A Man Called Otto.
Play by Tom Hanks.
We're gonna try and find Rocket Mountain Mama and Sis on our handy Princess Cruises app, and they're back at the room. I think we'll head on down and meet up with them, see what they're doing. Well, you faithful few, we've come out to probably my favorite part of the ship, at least so far. It's the back area of the promenade deck, deck 7. You can see our wake, shows the miles we've traveled so far. So it has started raining. A little bit, just kind of spitting. We have a 100% chance of rain in Ketchikan tomorrow. So we've got all our rain gear and stuff set up to put on in the morning. And we have to be out on the pier at 7:45 a.m. However, we do move into a different time zone tonight, so we actually gain an hour, so that'll be helpful. So here we are, we're just gonna sign out for day 3 of the Alaskan Adventurecation. Okay, you faithful few, welcome to the beautiful and sunny Ketchikan. Oh wait, must have got the wrong weather report. Well, there's our Coral Princess over there, docked at Ketchikan and ready to go. Excursions are getting underway. And as always, we're rushing, to get places, barely on time. This time we managed to get here an hour early, unintentionally of course. So there was one more time change as we floated up the coast. Being on airplane mode, connected to the internet of the ship, my phone didn't update automatically. So we're an hour early in the blowing, nasty, rainy craziness. So we're gonna go try and find some donuts or warm coffee or something. Like I'm out, Mister's ready. Now we made it over to our first Alaskan souvenir shop. Rocket Mountain Sisters looking for Murphs on a shirt. dry, warm, non-windy bus, waiting to go on a rainforest excursion hike. Because it wouldn't be a DMS adventure video unless we did a hike.
Love for y'all to take advantage of our 4-star restroom facilities over there. We have 1 star for each one, so 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, like I said, y'all have a little bit of free time, or not free time, but time to use the restrooms. But other than that, we're gonna get going as well.
This is Will. He's with Kawanti Adventures, and he was fantastic. His enthusiasm for what he was doing was infectious. The rainforest was gorgeous, and Will had all the details to help us understand the ins and outs of the forest. Thanks a lot, Will.
I was done growing up, had enough of chasing down the sun, but suddenly I can see everything evergreen. I won't pretend I ever found my...
Y'all may hear me exclaiming and kind of nerding out about how beautiful this place is. I know I walk this trail a lot, but it does not get old to me. Like, genuinely, I love this place so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I forgot to do a check. Please don't tell my boss. Sorry. Can everybody please stick their arm out straight for me, please? Just really quickly. And can y'all bend them at a 90-degree angle? All right, now can everybody pat themselves on the back? This has made it up the steepest hill of the entire walk. Yeah. These trees can live for about 700 years, so they're very old.
So our tour guide here is giving us way too much information to stack into a video here.
I had the question about the leafy green plants all over the ground a little bit earlier. This is the skunk cabbage, and if you take a look at its picture, you may understand why it has the nickname swamp lantern.
Skunk cabbage. Boil it 3 times and you can eat it. 2 people had to die to figure that out.
Evergreen. I won't profess I've got it figured out. I know I'm only getting started now. Still learning.
My favorite term for this mushroom is actually artist's tongue. You can actually rub your fingers on it and it'll absorb the oils from your hands and stain it for about 3 days. So, believe it or not, these used to be used as trail markers. You can still use it as a trail marker, but you better get back within those 3 days for sure, or you will be lost.
If we look at the edges of this tree, we can see you almost need a magnifying glass to even distinguish the rings, right? So, because of that, I kind of have a standing bounty of $100 for any guess with the patience and a magnifying glass to tell me exactly how old this tree is.
If we are getting along, we won't even have to build a shelter.
Oh yeah. Alaskan Rainforest Creek. Certainly don't have to worry about finding water sources here. Man, this takes Embrace the Suck to a whole other level.
Deer heart are very cool because they will flower and have berries, and the entire plant is completely edible. I'm gonna let y'all know I had a deer heart salad for breakfast this morning, and it was awesome. It tastes almost exactly like spinach and has a similar nutritional profile as well, but I will say it's a little bit thicker than spinach, so the texture is a little bit different. It's a little bit more hearty, which I kind of enjoy. In Alaska, it is mandatory to teach survival skills to children in grade school. That all culminates in the 8th grade whenever they send these children off to an uninhabited island where they have to survive for 3 days on nothing more than what they carry in a coffee tin. Kind of like a reenactment of Lord of the Flies or something, and that's why our population is so low here. This is the red elderberry.
Elderberry.
Yes. So we have a lot of edible berries here. However, this one, when consumed, I believe it's like 6 elderberries. If you eat 6 of them, the enzymes in the berry will mix with your stomach acid and create cyanide. So yeah, there's really no coming back from that.
Got some zip liners up there. Those are bear tracks from a bear climbing up the tree and the tree healing itself. And they go pretty far up. Bear fur.
However, in torpor, the bear is actually able to wake up and defend itself. So
Perfect size and shape for a bear den. but a little too, not private enough for them. They'd be up in the mountains somewhere. Like a mountain sister, the tree hugger.
Because its core is now rotten, it can no longer support that typical tree shape that we're seeing.
So the bark of the red cedar tree can be pounded and ground down into fibers and then woven into rain gear, of all things. And you would certainly need that here. 850 years old, estimated. Old man's beard.
It's sketchy.
Chocolate lily, yummy.
This is our burl in captivity. I will, as I mentioned, they're very highly prized across the entire world. I'm not sure if anybody can sneak this past security or not, but if you're able to make it home with it and sell it, all I ask is that you remember me. So I'd love to welcome everybody to the estuary. Does anybody here know what an estuary is? No. An estuary is where salt or brackish water meets with fresh water.
Okay.
So if we're thinking about the salmon, it is the perfect place at the beginning of their life to swim out to the ocean, or at the end of their life, make it back into fresh water, find their spawning grounds, and then eventually die.
But suddenly I can see everything
I love the whole backpacking thing and the embrace the suck. It's really paying off here. The only one in a foul mood is Rocky Mountain Mister. Yeah, this was the eagle nest. Mister is the latest dinner for the eagles. Alright, so our walking tour is mostly over. We have a little bit of free time here at the Totem Village. Fun fact, the carving of totems was actually outlawed up here because they thought the indigenous folk actually worshipped them. They didn't like that, but in fact, they don't actually worship these. These are their kind of form of written language and history, because they don't actually have a written language. There are like memorial totems, history totems, and my personal favorite, shaming totems. This must be one of the shaming totems.
Or it's just making a normal face.
That's a normal face for Corey. This right here is the next cedar to be carved into a totem. Black bear totem. Looks like he wants to give a high five. All right, that wraps up our first excursion in Alaska, the Ketchikan Rainforest Walk and Totem Village. So we are on our way back to the town of Ketchikan, where we'll probably investigate Creek Street, amongst other things. We'll bring you faithful few along with us. All right, faithful few, we are back from the Rainforest Walk, back in the wonderfully beautiful and sunny town of Ketchikan. Forget what they said, they get around 15 feet of rain per year. It said 100 some odd inches. Cool little boardwalk. There's the Coral Princess sitting beautifully over there. Oh, with a bald eagle flying overhead of it. Sweet. I think it could take them. Here we are, you faithful few, the iconic Creek Street in Ketchikan. I just wanted to make sure we got it to here. I believe this is where you will see the salmon runs if you're in the right time of year. Check this out right here. Oh yeah, look at that white water. That'd be fun to kayak if you were into kayaking. Welcome to Simply Salmon, King, Sockeye, Silver, Pink, and Kita. So those are the 5 different types of salmon species that actually spawn here in Ketchikan, which is one of the things that makes it the salmon capital of the world, is this is the only place where all 5 of the species actually come here to lay their eggs. So just walking down the beautiful and iconic Creek Street here in Ketchikan. It is still raining a little bit, but it's backed off some. It's about 12 o'clock. We've got about another hour before we need to head back to the ship. Need to be on by 1:30. And just checking out these cool, different, unique shops that they have along here. Rocky Mountain sister has to try her best to not spend all our money here. We still got like 2 more ports that we can buy things in, and then 2 more lodges that are going to have a lot of things that you can choose from. So glad you could be here with us, you faithful few. This is fantastic so far, especially with the rain dying off a little bit. Mister got an authentic Ketchikan sucker. I believe this is where the salmon run is, and the salmon actually go up this ridiculously fast current, come in from the ocean and go whoop whoop whoop, just jumping up here. I imagine the bears sit right in here and catch them all. Gorgeous. And here's how to remember all 5 different types of salmon. You just use your hand. All right, you faithful few, as we start wrapping up our time in Ketchikan, 2 bits of cool info and trivia for you. That tunnel right there is in the Guinness Book of World Records for the only tunnel that you can go around, through, over, and under. Obviously, truck just went through. The green truck just came from around it. There are houses up above it, so you can go over it. And then you can kayak actually underneath it. So that's cool. And then the other thing is the mooning eagle. The eagle's mooning everybody as they drive by. Fantastic. You can barely make out the smokestacks of the Coral Princess. Man, I didn't realize how good I looked. Do I look like a tourist or what? Well, you faithful few, although the adventures in Ketchikan are over, Day 4's adventures aren't quite over yet, but we're getting there. Just came down to the Horizons restaurant to get some food, even though none of us are really hungry. First thing we got, dessert number 1, dessert number 2, dessert number 3, and dessert number 4.
No, there's 5.
Oh. Can't forget dessert number 5, a bowl of sprinkles. Sprinkle connoisseurs over here. Got a fantastic view. Just wish we had fantastic weather. I'm just looking right over the front of the ship into the rainy ocean. Next stop, the capital of Alaska, Juneau.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Juneau, ye faithful few. The ship is docked here in Juneau, and we are making last minute preparations to disembark and head up the tram to the top of that mountain, right up in the clouds up there. on day 5. We are heading up that tram right there, and that takes us up to the top. And then after that, we're gonna go see Mendenhall Glacier. So that's what's on the itinerary today. Time to go back to the room, get our stuff, and then head on into Juneau. Off the ship we go in Juneau. Just gotta find our shore excursion people. Riding in style. We got the double-decker bus. Of course, Mister wants to go to the top. All right, Mister, you ready for excursion number 2? Going to see a glacier, which I've never seen before. Have you ever seen a glacier?
What we call the Mendenhall Glacier
Look,
Tram.
there's blue sky over there.
That means we're going to take a 30-minute... Well, when we get to the curve in the road up ahead, we're going to be crossing over Gold Creek. The Gold Creek is what started the entire gold rush to all of Alaska. Your view of the glacier from the distance, that little chunk of ice right there that you're looking at is 1.5 miles wide, 100 foot deep, and 13 miles in length.
Our bus is 2407. We have to get back on the same one. There it is. We've made it up here, you faithful few. Welcome to Mendenhall Glacier. Takes 250 years for the top of the glacier to make it all the way down here to the lake. I don't know if the audio is picking that up or not, but there's a strange noise coming from up there. There. So it was a raven. All right, we're heading on Nugget Falls Trail to check out Nugget Falls. But first, check out a photo point. Oh, there are the falls. You can make those out over there. Different kind of trail. Here's mile 0. We got 2 miles round trip. Scoop of chocolate, scoop of vanilla. Don't waste our time. This is a bear trail though. And they're brown bears up here, so fantastic. Nice wide trail. You know who should have come on the trail? A Murph. Yeah, so while we're here hiking, our room attendant, Jesse, has fun with the Murphs, setting them up for us when we come in. So when we left the room today, we sent the Murphs up doing silly things for him to see when he came in. Jesse's cool. I can hear the falls already. Apparently he can walk right up to them. We'll have to drop the Action 5 inside. I was waiting to get a shot with no people, but there's a lot of people. Rogue Mountain Mister getting me some footage of a little side creek. Full extension, we're going drone shot, baby. There's Nugget Falls. We'll get closer. A lot of seagulls up there. You can barely see the glacier. Look at that beautifulness. Ooh-wee. Well, there it is, you faithful few. Nugget Falls. What do you think of that? Is that spectacular or what? Happy to bring you faithful few out to this amazing place. You could actually catch a little bit of the glacier right there in the valley. Unbelievable. Rocky Mountain Sister getting some footage. And I think Rocky Mountain Mr. Rocky Mountain Mama are back there getting some sand art in. You know, like we like to do on the beaches. It's basically a beach, just have a different variety. Here we are. We've left our mark. Here's Rocky Mountain Sisters. Let's see what Rocky Mountain Mama, Rocky Mountain Mister are doing. What are you doing, Mister? They're making a rock cairn. 9 rocks for the 9-year-old Mister. Got a bunch of rock cairns up here. Okay, it's time to get up close and personal with Nugget Falls now. Unbelievable. That's what I'm looking at. You are too, you faithful few. You never can make it to Alaska. Hope you can at least enjoy the first person viewing from here. Alright. It's about time to start making our way down the rock scramble here and then back up the trail to the bus. 10:45 is our pickup time. 10:17. We have a little under a half an hour, and the hike is about 15 minutes. So as I walk away from the Nugget Falls, that's your last view. The guy on the bus told us that this is probably one of the best viewing days, one of the nicest viewing days you're gonna get up here. Nice temperature, probably about 50. Zero rain, just overcastiness, just gorgeous. All right, back up the trail, back to the bus. Rocky Mountain Mister had one more thing to do before we take off. As much as I may try, even with a wide angle lens, it still does not do it justice. Alright, you faithful few, we're done with that excursion. 2407 is pulling up right now to pick us up, take us back to Juneau, where we are going to get on that crazy tram thingy and head up to the top of the mountain. So let's go. Okay, We're back from the glacier and we are now in Juneau. Man, I had all this stuff charging in my chest rig for the bus drive back and apparently nothing charged. It's annoying. Well, because I'm a video gear nerd, even though nothing charged, my phone's sitting about 88% and the Insta360 flow's still good. So we can still do some videoing. The rest of the Rugged Mountain gang is over there in the Trove. We're just kind of in the main ship port area. A fantastic looking mountain there. And Carnival Cruise Lines right there. On to adventures. They say it's about a 4-minute ride up to the top. And there is a ton of stuff to do up there. There's a nice grill, some trails to hike to, and as long as the weather keeps holding out, probably some fantastic views. Alright, you faithful few, we are on our way to get on the tram. Here's the big tram wheelie thing. 13,000 pounds, 130 revolutions per trip. And there was a cable earlier. I wasn't able to get a good video of it, but Ramon's sister did. So if I find it while I'm editing this, I'll put it in right here. There it is, you faithful few. The tram ride up. Is that just me, or does that look like an old cassette tape? Rewind, rewind. Pretty sure that is the Coral Princess from 1,800 feet up. And you can tell from the big jet engines there on the back. Still got some snow up there. There's a half-mile hike up to a cross somewhere around here. Just it's not particularly well marked. Kind of like other trails that we've been on. This almost looks like South Carolina type trees. Okay, so I wasn't sure where we were going, but I knew it was across, and I see it up there. Got a little bit of a climb ahead. A nice overlook here to check out, so we shall. Oh boy, the tide's coming back in. They said they had 22-foot tidal changes that probably fill this whole thing up. It's a little clearer up here from where we were before. Coral Princess, right there. There's the tram doohickey over there. This is just gorgeous. The mountains over yonder. That's the first snow that we've seen that we can actually touch.
Slow to speak, quick to listen, slow to anger, rich in love.
We've made it up to the cross. Looked way more daunting from down below than it actually turned out to be. And they don't even have a placard or anything up here for the story behind it. I mean, kind of know the story behind it. But.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, the unifier. Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace. Jesus Jesus Christ, our only answer. Jesus Christ, we're all I need. Above all, love one another deeply.
Alright, picked up some good photos up there at the cross. We're going to just head back down the mountain, probably eat at the tram main lodge thingy. We're sitting at 2:10 in the afternoon, and we don't have to get back on the boat till 8 or 8:30. So we have plenty of time to continue to check out Juneau. Alright, you faithful few, we made it down off of the mountain, and we did have some rain that we had to walk through, so went ahead and had to put everything away, including Rugged Mountain Mister. Oh, we just put a raincoat on him. But we are at our best guess is the Gold Belt Tram Bar and Grill or something like that. Anyway, place to eat up here, which is handy, but as you would expect, expensive. That's alright, we've budgeted for such things, sort of. Could have budgeted more, of course. A nice, reasonable $75. Well, you faithful few, catastrophe for YouTubers. My tripod broke. I have an idea how that happened, but I'm not gonna name names. Ooh.
Jesus! It's a Jesus! It's a Jesus up there!
Oh. It's a Jesus. Well, I'm gonna have to try to operate without an extension pole tripod. It's gonna prove problematic. I know there were some shots on the train that I planned on trying to get with the extension pole, but I have to try and jury rig fix the tripod. I was thinking about maybe heating the plastic up and then shoving it in there maybe, let it melt back together. It's the best I can do out here on vacation. Luckily, I did bring an extra tiny tripod, so at least I can set the camera down if needs be. Checking out the last souvenir shop before heading back down the tram. Am I centered?
Yeah. I'll just measure.
Aren't they straight?
No, you're leaning back.
So I'm bigger than a Canadian goose?
On your right side you are, but not your left.
So I should be able to take it. Stupid birds.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Done with the top of Mount Roberts. Heading across the sky bridge back to the tram. And we will take a gentle fall down back to Juneau.
Jesus, the unifier. Jesus, the Prince of Peace. Jesus, our only answer. Jesus, we're on our knees.
Don't think I've mentioned yet, this channel here is called Gastineau Channel. Haven't yet come across the significance of Gastineau. I'm sure it was a particular individual that did a particular thing and therefore had the channel named after him. And that's an actual channel, not like a YouTube channel, you know. It's the iconic Red Mearf Saloon. Looks like a Scottish Terrier. Not sure what kind of ancient ruin we got up there. Whatever it was, probably had a good view before they put all those power lines in. Rugged Mountain Mister almost walked back to the ship on his own. Can't came out and walked right past the store Mom was in and kept on walking. That is fantastic. Just sitting here on a street in Juneau trying to decide what candy to get. And this is what we ended up with. Kahlua, raspberry, creme de menthe, and something else. Cookie dough. There's our ship waiting on us. Probably just a, quarter mile back. All right, we have not seen that since Vancouver. Well, we've not seen that in the town yet. You know what the difference between me and a tourist is? I make this look good. All right, you faithful few. I've got the Pocket 3 perched on my shoulder like a pet parrot. Rocky Mountain siblings just finished making some fun pennies, smashing them. And I'm coming over just to sit. I need to sit. I'm wearing the Ultras today, which was fantastic for the hike, but don't really like them so much in the concrete jungle. So although this does not wrap up our day 5 of Alaskan Adventurecation, it does wrap up our time in Juneau. I'm gonna go ahead and close down the filming and see you back on the boat. Good morning, you faithful few, and welcome to day 6 of our Alaskan Adventurecation. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I've been kind of under the weather this entire trip and kind of came to a head last night. So when I got in from walking around Juneau, pretty much came into the stateroom and crashed. So from 8 p.m. for the rest of the night, I just basically laid in bed over there and tried to recoup some. I think I'm at least back to where I was yesterday morning. Well, we are in Skagway today, and Skagway has the White Pass Scenic Railway. So it's just a train ride, so it's a little easier excursion today, which is conducive to recouping a little bit more, hopefully. Just going to take a train ride and hopefully enjoy some unbelievable views. The rest of the Rocky Mountain gang is up getting breakfast, and I'm about to go join them. So let's go and start off day 6. Welcome to Skagway, you faithful few. Oh, sea otter. They're just chilling down there. Oh, went under. It is a fair amount chillier and a fair amount windier here today than it was in Juneau yesterday. But that's all right. We're ready for it. We are geared up, ready to get on a train and head up into that. Hey there, you faithful few. When I set out to capture our adventure on the White Pass and Yukon Route Railway, I had no idea just how stunning and extensive the footage would be. Honestly, I got so much incredible content, it really deserves its own spotlight. So, rather than squeeze it into this video, I'm going to put together a dedicated feature just for the train ride. Keep an eye out, it'll be episode 7 next week. But don't go anywhere, we're not done yet. In this video, we're heading into Skagway to explore the town, and then later, back on the ship, there's going to be puppies. So we got off at stop number 1 to explore Skagway a little bit. So this is still a good old-fashioned and functioning train station. Buy your tickets right over there to head up the White Pass Scenic Railway. And of course, over yonder is a gift shop. That is what Mr. needs, a mouthy bag. That's a Mouthy with a white pass shirt on. Let me see. Rocky Mountain Mr. Fine decided on a mirror. It's a wolf. Wolf mirror. But the Mouthy is yet to be named. It's a cool alley. Nice view. Okay, the Murph has been named, or nicknamed anyway for now, Skaggy. Because he's from Skagway. Skagway definitely has more of a quaint western town vibe. If you just made the roads dirt. Camp Skagway over there has a unique look, trying to pull off a lodgy look with the storefront. Immerse yourself in an epic adventure. Well, we have. You faithful few do that weekly with us. Well, you faithful few, as of today, we are halfway through our adventure. Paramount Mister made a purchase of a set of Jesuses.
We just found them.
It's the thing that you find.
Never mind. He didn't purchase those. He just found them. It's like a thing. People hide Jesuses. Oh, we saw one there in Juneau. All right, Skagway knows how to do a shopping street. Got some benches for us old and or lazy people. Supposedly an Alaskan woolly mammoth ivory. Just stumbled into Skagway's Walmart. At least it's effectively Walmart. I need light bulbs. We'll pick up some Skagway Christmas lights. Skagway Jesus, Skagway Mary. Mister finally found something that interests him. Same things he can get back home. Well, Rocky Mountain Mister found his happy place. This is a nice little park in the middle of Skagway. Alright, I think this is the end of the shopping row. Getting into the residential area of Skagway. So, we'll cross the street now and head back. You can see the Coral Princess in the background. It's a cool little garden. Not sure what it's for. Historic Skagway Inn. Oh, I wonder if they actually, for their restaurant, they actually grow their own stuff back here and they use it in the restaurant. That's the first sign of local authority I've seen in any of the towns. Our kind of store. Patagonia, MSR, sleeping bags, backpacks, Misters hiding in sleeping bags. Well, we are nearing the end of our time here in Skagway. Making our way back to the boat, came across this kind of cool little area set aside for what it used to be like around here. This picture is from August 12th, 1897, 128 years ago. And that looks like how I feel most of the time.
That's how I feel when school's around. Ow.
I actually only have 10% left on my DJI mic. I think that's a snow plowing train over there. It's pretty slick. Love to see that thing in action. He says, go that-a-way. Oof. How about that for a backpack, you faithful few? Gold panning pan, shovel, knife. Ultra light, baby, ultra light. Oh, I switched over to the phone, the Insta360 Flow and the Hollyland Lark M2S because my DJI mic is about to die. So we got one more stop before we get onto the boat. We're gonna cross the rail line here and then head over to a pretty cool creek that we saw when we were on the train. Ooh, and a fantastically beautiful field for Rugged Mountain misters to be crazy in. Field is just fantastic. I love it. All flat and grassy. You don't see that a lot up here. Well, although our day 6 adventures continue, they'll be continuing on the boat as our tour of Skagway, Alaska is drawing to a close. It has a quaint little vibe to it. Very different from Juneau and Ketchikan for sure. Really do get a good variety of town life, I guess, at the different ports. Here on the Inside Passage cruise tour thing. There's a reason why I do adventure videos instead of informative videos. As we come back into our room, Mr. Jesse has gathered up all the MIRFs to look out of our window. Fantastic view, MIRFs. They almost look like they're looking at it wistfully. Alright, you faithful few, well, we've made it back to the boat, obviously, and had some dinner already. Kind of got cleaned up a little bit and refreshed, and we are now in the atrium for Puppies in the Piazza.
One more roll, and I know this is going to sting, but unfortunately we can't touch the puppies. Alright, we can't touch the puppies.
So the guy that owned those two MIRFs actually won the Iditarod in 2023, he said. And it was his great-grandfather that started the Iditarod. And they had been trying to win it. His family had been trying to win it for like 73 years or something. And he was the first one to actually do it. Pretty cool story. He said all the dogs in that litter were named after breakfast items. And those particular two that he brought were pancake and eggs. And they were Alaskan Huskies, not Siberian Huskies. Alright, you faithful few, after seeing the MIRFs, talking about Mr. and I are gonna have some hot tub time. Not just hot tub time, but hot tub time with a view. may not have been the best decision given my health issues. Well, nestled here in the valley between the mountain peaks is the town of Skagway. We will be disembarking from Skagway here shortly. I believe this tug right down here has something to do with getting us back out to sea over here. You can see the fumes coming out of our smokestacks over there, so we are fired up and ready to go. Our departure time is 8:30 and it is 8:25 right now. And we are actually docked in here front ways, so the front of the ship is right down there. And so they're gonna have to back us out of here. And while we're waiting, there is a heliport over there. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 helicopters over there. I'm sure they do tours and such over, around, through these fantastic mountains. Still snow-capped in early June. June 1st, by the way. Maybe we don't need the tug. I feel like we're moving backwards. Not entirely certain. Let's head to the back of the ship here. Come up here to the sport courts. It's gonna get a fair amount windier. All right, well, the Carnival cruise line has made it out to sea. Yeah, we're definitely backing up. You can see that pier down there is gonna disappear. So this beast has reverse. Unless there's a tug or something helping us over here that I'm just not aware of. Let me go out to the front of the boat. And that tug still is over there, so I think we're backing up under our own power. Bye-bye, Skagway.
If the audio doesn't work out, I'm going to have to scrap this segment here, but I was watching a movie in our stateroom and I kept looking out our windows, seeing this beautifulness, and had to come out to walk around the promenade. It is 10:27 p.m. right now. It's light enough to see it.
Let's continue around the promenade, shall we? We're currently at the front of the ship. The bow is just that way. The theater here on the ship is right there. I just did a crap ton of shooting without the mic on. I'll have to see if the voice isolation on the Resolve works enough to make that work, because it was just the Osmo mics. Oh boy, I said a lot of stuff. Well, tomorrow we will be at Glacier Bay, and if it's too crowded on the upper decks or raining outside, I plan on coming down here to view the glacier. It's kind of cool. It's a nice wide open view back here and close to water level, so it's a unique viewing experience. Just a little loud with the propellers running down there, but it is calm. We are halfway through our Alaskan Adventurecation, so I will just sign out now for day 6. Welcome to Skagway, Alaska, gateway to the Klondike and home to one of North America's most iconic railways, the White Pass and Yukon Route. A marvel of engineering carved into the wild terrain of the Coast Mountains, this narrow gauge railroad tells a tale of ambition, grit, and gold.
Whenever you're up and about, maintain 3 points of contact and do not rest your hands near doorways or windows, as movement of the train can cause them to slam shut. Inside each car is a very real stove. Please do not touch or adjust these stoves, but rather, if you are uncomfortable with the temperature in your coach car, speak with one of us and we'll do our very best to accommodate you.
All right, you faithful few, we have boarded the train. We didn't get in the back car to get the fantastic views, but we'll just take what we can get. All right, you faithful few, we've made it out onto the deck of our particular train car. See what kind of views I can get you without, you know, dropping the camera overboard or something.
It all began in 1898 during the fevered days of the Klondike Gold Rush. Thousands of prospectors flooded into Alaska, seeking a path to the gold fields of Canada's Yukon Territory. But between them and fortune stood hundreds of miles of icy wilderness. With the infamous Chilkoot and White Pass trails claiming lives daily, the need for a safer, more reliable route was clear. Enter the White Pass and Yukon Route Railway, a bold international project that defied the odds. Construction began in May of 1898, led by British financiers and built by thousands of workers from around the globe. Battling steep cliffs, brutal winters, and dangerous dynamite work, they pushed forward inch by grueling inch. In just 26 months, the Iron Trail reached the Yukon border, a feat hailed as an impossible railroad.
Well, you faithful few, much like a beach view, where I just can't help but to video constantly. This is another one of those types of situations where you just can't put the camera away. So, sorry for the hundreds of similar shots, but try to mix it up here with the Pocket 3 and the extension pole. Get some different views and shots, only at minor risk to the Pocket 3 itself. There's a nice long view of the train. Yeah, we've really only just started this. I don't know how far we're in, maybe a third of the way up. So not even super high either, so I think some views are yet to come. In fact, I just saw a cool bridge over there that will be going up soon, or going across soon. One thing that's tough in a shooting situation like this is the convenience and flexibility of the Pocket 3 versus the zoom lens of the Galaxy S23. Some of the things that are cool are kind of far away, and you can only zoom in so far in post. Check this out. We got another train coming our way.
Completed in 1900, the railway stretched 110 miles from Skagway, Alaska, through British Columbia to Whitehorse, Yukon. At its peak, the White Pass operated 11 locomotives, 67 freight cars, and 9 passenger cars. With its 3-foot narrow-gauge design, it clung to cliffs and wound through tunnels, glaciers, and trestle bridges, reaching elevations up to 2,865 feet at White Pass summit.
Well, the views are just never ending, you faithful few. Check this out back behind us.
For decades, it served as a vital supply line for miners and later a freight route for ore and goods. But by 1982, with mining in decline, the railway fell silent. It wasn't long before history found new life. In 1988, the White Pass reopened, this time as a heritage railway. Today it welcomes over 500,000 visitors a year, making it one of Alaska's top tourist attractions.
So we already passed that old bridge, you faithful few, so we have looped around and we are on our way back down. It was being occupied, but earlier, if you sat over here, you could actually see the cruise ship in port. Gotta check to be sure.
Now operating historic steam and diesel locomotives, the route offers breathtaking excursions from Skagway to the White Pass summit, a 40-mile round trip that climbs nearly 3,000 feet in just 20 miles. The journey includes engineering marvels like the steel cantilever bridge, once the tallest of its kind, and panoramic views that stretch from glacier-fed rivers to alpine meadows. More than just a railway, the White Pass and Yukon route is a living monument to human determination and a window into the wild spirit of the North. So if you find yourself in Skagway, climb aboard. History is waiting just beyond the bend.
Right here is the cemetery of some of the more adventurous Skagwayans. Here we come into the train depot to disembark. Alright, there it is, ye faithful few. The White Pass Scenic Railway. Highly recommend. Well, good morning, you faithful few, and welcome to day 7 of Alaskan Adventurecation. We are currently in Glacier National Park, sailing further up into the park in order to see some glaciers, because it's Glacier National Park. Makes sense. Asked for a to-go cup, but they won't hand out paper cups while we're in Glacier Bay, because apparently some people can't help but throw the paper cups overboard. I told them I'd try not to throw the glass one overboard. It's exactly 8 o'clock in the morning and about 45 degrees. Very misty and cloudy. According to the forecast, there's not supposed to be any rain, but we'll see. The rest of the Rugged Mountain gang is still in the stateroom. I don't think we arrive to the first glacier for another 2 hours, so we're just cruising slow-like into the bay. Thanks for joining us so far, you faithful few. Pretty soon, we'll be giving you some fantastic views of some glaciers. Stay tuned. There's a rumor that we got a mountain goat out here somewhere. Where it is, I do not know. Maybe higher up the mountain. Well, I don't see him, so I'm just going to video and look for him later. Check it out, you faithful viewer. I'm standing at my favorite spot in the back of the ship. We got some kayakers out there in the middle of the bay. That is it's quite a ways out for paddling. Let me back up a little bit. That's at 3x zoom, and that's at regular zoom. I don't even know if you can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 kayakers out there. Crazy. That's the second sea otter I've seen staying out of the way of our big cruise ship. That might be a glacier over there, you faithful few. It's very misty out there today though, so Distance viewing is going to be tough. Okay, you faithful few. Screen on the right is our location there in Glacier Bay. So we just came out of Skagway over there. And then we sailed out of Skagway, came down there, all the way down around past Gustavus, and then up into Glacier Bay National Park. And now we are coming up to Marjorie Glacier, which I believe is right there. So once we get there, hopefully our spot in the back, when the ship starts rotating, we'll be able to check it out super close. I think our cloud cover is at like 150 feet. I wouldn't be surprised if the top of the boat is actually in the clouds. I'm on deck 7 and there's 15 overall. Oh, starting to see some ice. As all the small ice thingies go floating by, looks like over there like might have been the exit point of a glacier. It looks like a half-sunk cruise ship over there. Say they allow 2 cruise ships in per day. I don't know if that's one of them or not. And over there, we just got a sea otter chilling on the ice. Just having a fantastic day. Watching the ships roll by. I was hoping to catch a bear or something on the shore over there. But not seeing anything through the binoculars. Almost got kind of a Misty Mountains look. Well, I'm not sure how much, if any, commentary to provide you faithful few. There's really no describing it other than showing it, which is why I'm showing it. So here at the back, I'm happy that the motors have really slowed down quite a bit. Propellers aren't pushing nearly as much, so it's a lot quieter back here. That looks like something that a sea otter should be on. And I can smell someone is definitely smoking a pipe. They say Marjorie Glacier is coming up soon, but we won't see it for a little bit because it'll be on our port front side. Of course, we are aft. So the glacier is visible now if we were over on the port side, but I'm going to hold out for my spot. Hopefully get a fantastic view of the glacier out that way when the boat does its spinny spin. They did say there is a lot of ice and they're trying to navigate their way through it. So hopefully we can still get pretty close. Maybe see some calving, you know, have a couple big chunks of ice fall off. But over here there's so many like rivulets of you know, snow melt and stuff coming down and washing out the vegetation. It's all rocky going up in a couple different spots. Tons of birds too. This is fantastic, you faithful few. You gotta come up here. Our mountain sisters over here, probably doing a time lapse or something. I mean, is it fine sitting there? Probably, but it's a risk versus reward thing. Oh, there it is, you faithful few. An early viewing. I mean, I'm gripping this thing so tight right now. My knuckles are probably turning white. I mean, just this ice field over here is gorgeous. Can't even imagine what this would look like on a sunny day. I wonder if they get any sunny days. There's a good sized chunk of ice passing by on our starboard side. Nice view of the land over there. Still feel like there should be a bear or something hanging out. Well, you faithful few, I just heard that once we get in position, we're going to do a 180-degree turn, which, depending on which way the boat turns, means I may not see it from the aft section. So I've moved slightly over here to port, which is the back left of the ship, to try and get a good view. And there she is. Marjorie Glacier. I believe the face of that sucker is around 200 feet. Whew. Yeah, you faithful few, this is something to see.
Whoa!
sure if I heard my commentary person right or not, but I believe this big mound of dirt over here is a glacier as well, or at least somewhere in there is a glacier. It's just a lot dirtier than Marjorie Glacier right there. Pristine white and light blue. This one just picked up some extra goo on the way down. The captain has started up the engines and we have begun our trek back out of Glacier Bay. If you never get up here to see it yourself, I'm sorry that this was the only way you got to see it with my videography. Bye-bye, Glacier Bay. Not sure what we're doing. We're checking out shirts. So what are you using your binoculars to view here in the Explorer's Lounge?
Nothing.
Oh, thought I saw you looking through them. You're checking out the Egyptian murals over there. It's pretty cool. Check the mummy to Mirfs. Always we're looking for Mirfs, ye faithful few. And there are two Egyptian Mirfs. Well, Rugged Mountain Mama and I came down because it was lunchtime. Just thought we'd share our view with ye faithful few as we cruise along back out of Glacier Bay National Park. Maybe not the clearest shot through the window with the reflections and goo on the window, but still pretty nice. Apparently that's a VIP section right there for people checking out the views. Since we're not VIP, we'll just stand over here, check them out from this vantage point. Unencumbered by the glass. I believe if you wanted to find where we are at this particular moment, that is called Tlingit Point, T-L-I-N-G-I-T, which I believe is the tribal name of some indigenous folks that lived here. We continue sailing south, actually. We are in Glacier Bay still. We are making our way out. Eventually we have to drop off the rangers that boarded once we came into the bay. So Oriander there is our starboard side. Beautiful distant views there. Still very hazy. It rained earlier, but has stopped since. Zoomed into 3x zoom over there. Check out those rivulets of water coming down from the mountain peaks. Still hasn't happened yet, but hoping to catch a whale or something. A little larger than a sea otter, maybe. So one thing for sure I've definitely decided not to do is any kind of expose or content on the ship itself. It's really just too much to show, and it's not like I have great access to everything anyway. There are other videos out there on the Coral Princess you can look up if you're looking for specific info. The one thing I will show though is what a stateroom looks like when the bunks are down, because that was one thing I had trouble finding info on. Well, the land's a little closer on the starboard side, so you know, maybe catch a bear or something. Pretty sure this here is an island, however. Wouldn't it just be kind of fun to hop on a small boat real quick and like head out to that island? Just hop out, walk around a little bit, see what's on it, and jump back on. That'd be fun. I don't know if they offer excursions like that. Probably not. There's too many people would want to do it. Well, you faithful few, pretty sure I did spot a whale or an orca or something. Saw his back come up with the binoculars, but he's gone back under. Apparently, he's a little camera shy to ye faithful few. There, it's sticking out a little bit. There it is. You can barely see it. Camera shy orca. Well, you faithful few, when last I left you, I think, We were checking out views in Glacier Bay. Well, we've since made it out to the open ocean, and if you didn't know better, you think we might have sprung a leak.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of that ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew harder, bow dip down, blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the weatherman come.
This is the pool deck, and of course, all the pool water is making its way out of the pool, given how much we're pitching and rolling here in the open ocean.
And swore to take that whale in tow. Soon may the weatherman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the towing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Well, Rugged Mountain Mister convinced me to get out of the room where I was taking a nap. I was watching the waves through our window. Convinced me to come out and play some more ping pong today. So up here on the top decks, it definitely, pitches and rolls a lot more than down there on 5, which is where we are. We're up here on deck 15. This definitely adds another dimension or element to playing ping pong. Rugged Mountain Sis, Rugged Mountain Mama, we're also napping in the room. We'll see if they come out eventually. The boat is swaying back and forth because we are in the open ocean. As I mentioned before, the pool's going nuts down there. And the Rugged Mountain siblings are going nuts too, playing ping pong. So there really is no plan for tonight. There's really nothing specific that we're supposed to do. Could try and catch a show or some live music. Eat again, of course. But tomorrow will be our last full day here on the ship. And we'll be visiting Glacier-filled, but we won't get there till 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. At that point, we should get our information on what to do with our luggage, because the next morning we'll begin our tour portion as we come into the port of Whittier, hop on a train, and make our way up into the interior of Alaska to Talkeetna. From there, we take a bus on into the McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge, where we have a 30% chance of actually seeing the summit of Mount McKinley. Hopefully, DMS Adventures will be one of the 30%. By the way, I was right. The amount of footage that we have between Rugged Mountain's sister and I is insane. I think she has the record right now with over 290 clips of video or pictures from one day. I eclipsed that with over 300 if you count both of the cameras, the Pocket 3 and the phone. Like today I primarily used the phone because I wanted the different lenses to get the glacier and stuff, but still have plenty here on the Pocket 3 too. I don't know, today may beat it, we'll see. And here it is, ye faithful few. I'm recording the screen that shows how we are out in the middle of the ocean here. That red dot is Glacier Bay, specifically Marjorie Glacier, where we started not too long ago. So we've come out and we are in the Gulf of Alaska right now. So we are making our way up to, you can see Anchorage there. The port that services Anchorage is Whittier, which is right there. So from Anchorage, that train will go up there to Talkeetna, and then from Talkeetna, you can kind of see Mount McKinley. I'm not entirely certain where the lodge is, but it's up there along that gray road right there in the middle. And of course, we end up in Fairbanks, which you can see right there. So we can get all things in right there. You can see where we're at with the blue dot, heading over towards Anchorage, up to Talkeetna, and ending at Fairbanks. That's what we got left. Well, you faithful few, Rugged Mountain Mister and I come down for some late dinner. By the time we got here, Mister wasn't hungry anymore. I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that the boat is pitching like crazy. This is definitely the most movement we've had since being on the ship. And of course, the buffet here is at the front of the ship, so it's even worse. but I think he is going to try some dessert. Faithful few, I did mention that the decks are swaying a lot. Well, they're swaying so much that not only did Mr. feel sick and we had to go back to the room after trying to eat, they actually canceled the show for tonight at 9:30 in the front of the boat. I think it was some acrobatic stuff that was just a little too dangerous under the conditions. So we've come to the back of the boat where it's moving just as much. Some less dangerous activities going on down here. So it's just Rocky Mountain Mom and I out again tonight. I guess we know that the Rocky Mountain siblings should not join the Navy. Okay, well, we're in the Universe Lounge and the cancellations continue. This was supposed to be a tribute to rock. I think maybe some dancing on the dance floor over here, but yeah, so that one's canceled now too. And with as big as this ship is, it's still hard to walk in the rough seas. One of the only things still left going on is some sort of game show called Survey It. I don't know if that's like Family Feud. So everybody says. So this will wrap up day 7, you faithful few, of Alaskan Adventurecation. Gonna head back to the stateroom and let the gentle waves of the ocean rock us to sleep. Well, good morning, you faithful few, and welcome to day 8 of Alaskan Adventurecation. This is our last full day on the ship, and it's already about 8:45. So we're going to take care of some last-minute items on the ship. One, I was going to get the Rocky Mountain siblings something from the gift shop, but they're not open until 9. I signed Rocky Mountain siblings up for their youth program, which we haven't been to this whole time, but I'm going to try and get over to it today. Mr. wants to check it out. To be fair, he did ask to go check it out several times before, but we just haven't been able to get over there really yet. So here's the casino. We never do anything in here. Not really into the whole gambling thing, but still pretty cool looking. We make our way over to the International Cafe instead. We are still on the open seas, however, making our way to College Fjord. Alright, just dropped Rocky Mountain Mr. off at his kid program thingy. Came on out here onto the deck. It's actually very nice. Maybe like upper 40s. Breeze feels good after walking around the ship in a puffy. Got the gym here behind me. Probably people staring at me, but when I can't see them mocking me, it doesn't bother me as much. We are on the starboard side, which means that there is land. Oh, I see it. There is land that way, and just nothing but ocean on the other side of us. It is actually June 3rd, which is Rocky Mountain Mom and I's 25th wedding anniversary, which is why we're here in the first place. When I booked this, I told them that it was our anniversary, and apparently you get a free photo package out of it. And we haven't used that yet because neither Rocky Mountain Mama or I particularly enjoy getting photos taken, despite being a YouTube influencer. So today we've got to get our luggage ready to go by 9 p.m. tonight. Then the way this works is there's certain luggage that you put a tag on and it will go all the way to Fairbanks and we don't have to mess with it anymore. And then there's another tag that you put on your luggage, and on that one it will go to each lodge that we're going to. And then of course there's one piece of luggage or like a carry-on that you keep with you while you're on the train. We've made our way up to the top of the deck, looking out over our wake and the distances traveled. Kind of poetic, like looking back over our 25 years of marriage, as I have no idea where she is right now. Got some dudes over here thinking they got some skills. Look like they're maybe in their 20s. Have to have a 50-year-old come show them how it's done. As long as I don't throw my back out. Now, I mentioned in our intro video to this series that I needed to make a decision on how I was going to shoot this particular adventure, and I said that I'd have to have decided by now. I still really haven't decided, and this is the last day of being on the boat. Up here on deck 15, there's a familiar sight. I think they should do an excursion up here similar to that, where they'll take you out for just an evening. It doesn't necessarily have to be an overnight, but just take you out, maybe even pitch the tent, be out there for 5 hours in the evening, get a fire going, and just have that at least faux experience of camping out in Alaska. Because that is one thing that kind of bums me out about this, is being all the way up here in Alaska and not doing any backpacking. So I can't say that we did backpacking in Alaska, though I can say we visited it. It's one state I can knock off the list. These are diesel electric engines, and yeah, you can tell. So I generally don't drink alcohol, to be faithful for you. Not for any moral reasons or anything, but just not really my thing. But, you know, on a cruise vacation, we'll try some different stuff. It's like a mint drink. Actually has mint leaves in it. I think the smell of it as you drink brings out the flavor.
But who was I kidding? The end of the cruise hit me like a sucker punch in a back alley rainstorm. Disappointment hung heavy, thick as the Hudson fog rolling in to smother the skyline. The green spirits in my glass didn't lift mine. They just swirled there, bitter and pointless. So I went crawling back to an old flame. Comfort food, pastries, cakes. They lounged in their glass case like dames who knew the price of pleasure. Sweet promises, all of them lies, melting before morning ever came. Loneliness drove me into the crowd, but the crowd was no better off. Strangers adrift in the same slow sink. Even my own kin sat at their last supper aboard, chewing like machines, eyes vacant, their minds wandering down dead-end streets. We drifted toward the lounge chairs, chasing the view like it might save us. But the horizon was a liar too, damp, gray, sullen. One last desperate play, we went for ice cream. Cold comfort for colder hearts.
There's all the Maui's in their last setup. All the Murphys have to get packed up tonight. Yep.
How long is the first bus ride?
It's not a bus ride.
How long is the first train?
It's a train ride.
How long is the first train?
3 hours.
3?
It's Americana night in the buffet. Alright, you faithful few, we're at dinner of our last day on the ship. So I haven't done a lot of videoing today, but what did we do earlier, mister? So
Tournament, and me and Dad won.
What? Yeah, so they divided it into a kids group and a adult group. There's 3 kids and like, I don't know, 4 or 5 adults. And Mr. won in the kids group and he got a little medal. And I got a medal also. Faithful few, it's been a long day of traveling and just doing last minute things on the boat. But we are currently coming up College Fjord and checking out some tidal water glaciers. And there's one right there. I'm not sure the name of them all, but there's, I think she said 5 tidewater glaciers, 12 glaciers that are up in the valleys and don't make it down to the water. And then yeah, like even more up in the mountains that you can't really see, especially with a day like today. It is rainy and cold on this day 8 of Alaskan Adventurecation. So that's a good size glacier right there, but I think there is a bigger one coming up. You can see it down yonder. Now supposedly the fjord is full of humpback whales, otters, orcas, all sorts of wildlife. Have yet to see anything other than ice, and I think we caught a sea otter through our room window. Also, my audio is buried under layers of warmness here, so hopefully the audio is relatively clear. But it ain't really about the audio or me talking, it's about these views. double duty here, your faithful few, with both the camera phone and the Pocket 3 going at the same time. This is just magnificent. So what we've got coming up is Harbor Glacier. This is the second largest glacier in Alaska. It's up to 300 feet thick, and I believe he said like 24 miles long. He's flipping the ship around. Thought I'd come to my favorite spot in the aft section, right in the back by the propellers. See if we can get an even better shot than the ones we've got already. That is looking back out over the college field. Look at that ice field. And we're just moseying around all this ice. Geez, there's no one back here. This is fantastic. Look at that. Woo-wee. Not only did I never think I would be this close to a glacier, I didn't think a ship could get this close to a glacier. Look at that sucker. 1.5 miles across. Take the Rocky Mountain siblings and I, like, I don't know, an hour to get walk across that.
Oh, you faithful few, that's it for Harbor Glacier, the second largest glacier in Alaska. Hope you enjoyed. We have begun our exit from College Fjord. We're on our way now to Whittier, where we will dock super early in the morning and be getting off the boat to begin our land portion of our tour.
It is a sweet night because, of course, we have an amazing show for you. But a wise man once said to me as well, although it's the end, right? Don't be sad because it's over. Be glad because it happened. And I quite like that. It's nice, isn't it? It's good. It's good. Good memories are priceless. They've been so much fun. With that, of course, it is the Farewell Variety Show, so there will indeed be variety.
Well, that was the end of the cruise variety show. That was our last show here and the first one that we came to. Relatively short and fun.
As we left the variety show, the crew and staff were lined up outside the theater in the hallway to applaud us and thank us. A fantastic send-off as we neared the end of our cruise. We even saw our stateroom attendant, Jessie.
I don't think you can see us, you faithful few. Rocky Mountain Dad and Rocky Mountain Mister here in the Universe Lounge for some 70s disco music and then a tribute to rock if we stay up that late because we got to get up early. but we're just holding down a couple of seats till Ringmount Mom and Ringmount Sis get here. Have some drinks and I don't know, see if we can get some snacks or something here too. Good morning, you faithful few, and welcome to day 9 of Alaskan Adventurecation. It is a bright and chipper 5:43 in the morning as we have a 6:30 a.m. disembarkation time. We are hopping on a train here in about 45 minutes. It is like a wonderful 39 degrees and raining like crazy here in Whittier, Alaska. So I'm just trying to get some food in me for the 3-hour train ride. Beautiful place for a vacation. We made it on the train. Ringmount Sister's already mad at me because my bag's under her feet somehow, even though it's under mine. I'm not sure how that works from a physics standpoint. Ringmount Mister looks nice and cozy over there in his spot. We're looking forward to some fantastic views out of this beautiful glass-covered train car. Well, the souvenir buying, of course, continues on the train. Ringmount Sisters picking up a Riding the Rails pin for her pin collection. Ringmount Mama's picked up an ornament of a train car, which this is not ours. This is the double-decker one. We are not in the double-decker. We're in the single-decker. And last we picked up a book on the rails for some light reading while we continue on to Talkeetna.
So yep, we're going through downtown Anchorage right now. We've got some new homes and condos. We've got some old stuff here. This is Bootleggers Cove. Known as Bootleggers Cove, there are still older homes here that have secret passageways, underground tunnels, all sorts of stuff like that here.
You faithful few. I think I told the kids this was a 3-hour train ride. It's actually a 6-hour train ride.
Valley 40 hours for it. So it's a different kind of spruce tree, and there's a little bit more tundra that happens. So the ground is just a little bit more colder and frozen here. Because a lot of these trees.
I'm just making my way through the cars. So this here is the club car. Very nice. Pick up some tasty nummies, some beverages. little bit of civilization over here. We are in the town of Wasilla, and they have a rule where the signs can't be taller than the roof of your establishment, and no billboards. Actually, I think the no billboard thing is like Alaska wide.
Same thing, but different.
You faithful few, we're getting off of the train here near Talkeetna.
Oh, I love your e-bag backpack. I have that same one.
We are heading over to bus M1 to finish the last 10 minutes or so to Talkeetna. And it's still rainy. There's our awesome train. And there's everybody else getting ready to get on the train to head down to the ship that we just got off of. They're doing the land portion first and then the cruise last. Same trip, just reversed. Well, you faithful few, we've arrived at Talkeetna. It is a grand, soft afternoon. The rain coming down. Pro tip, there's a cool place right when you get off the bus that will store your bags for $1 for the whole day. So we took advantage of that, dropped 2 bags off. It's called Mahays Tours or something like that. So Rugged Mountain Mister continues to be tortured into taking photos in silly plywood cutout pictures, but he indulges us anyway. Talkeetna is basically considered the starting point if you plan to try to summit Mount McKinley. You start here and you sign in at a ranger's station so they can keep track of whether you died or made it. And then yeah, you start from there and you actually take a half-hour plane flight to the base camp. Not that I ever plan on doing that, but it's interesting nonetheless. It's about 2:18 from Talkeetna. It is a 50-minute shuttle drive over to the McKinley Lodge. Now those shuttles leave every hour on the half hour. So 1:30 is the first one, 2:30, 3:30, all the way till 7:30 is the last one. So we definitely need to be on by 7:30, but I think we might just eat, check out a couple of shops, and then maybe head to the one at 3:30 if we make it, 4:30 at the latest. Because our rooms aren't ready yet anyway. Mister's bummed because we moved from our cool spot at the bar at the front of the restaurant to the table underneath a fancier gazelle shelter. Okay, so apparently that Malfi that's back there is running for mayor of Talkeetna. I have a feeling a dog would win easily.
Yeah, definitely.
Good luck in the election, Wendell. Some campsites right outside of Talkeetna, and then a big open area that we just need to check out. Got a Denali View historic walking tour, which I'm sure we cannot view Denali today. Oh, beautiful. So apparently under better weather conditions you could see Denali with that beautiful river in the foreground. Other than being a little too saturated for my taste, Talkeetna's not too bad. Quaint. It's kind of a mix of one of 3 types of shops. Adventure tour type thingies, food, and souvenirs. I don't know how many more categories there would be, but well, you faithful few, we made it back in plenty of time to get on our bus to head to McKinley Lodge. but so was everybody else apparently. We already had two buses fill up and leave. Getting ready to send out a third one, and there is a fourth empty one behind, but we are pretty far back in line. Maybe we can use Mr.'s cuteness to get us on board. Made it the 1 or so hour bus ride from Talkeetna up to the Princess Mount McKinley Wilderness Lodge. But we got a little bit of a hike to make it over to our building. There she is, building 25 with the moose out in front. Okay, well, it is still raining. It's 7 p.m. Apparently we have daylight till 1 a.m. tonight. The room is fantastic though, especially coming from a cruise stateroom. The bathroom is ginormous. We're gonna head up to the lodge and check in, sort of, see if there's any info we need to get up there. Connect the phones to the Wi-Fi. We only get Wi-Fi in the main lodge, not in these extra lodges like that one, and that one, and that one, and the one we're in further over there. Then we can get a look at the forecast for tomorrow, and maybe that'll help us make decisions on what to do for the rest of today. Not only that, but my Pocket 3 is getting wet. I don't think it likes it very much. But yeah, so let's go check out the inside of the main lodge. Well, here we are, 20,320 Alaskan Grill. That is the height of Denali. Clever. Here's the analog temperature, showing us at 46.5. This is pretty slick in that it at least has like the lodge feel for sure. The lumber and whatnot. Lumber mixed with river stone. Oh, they made the top look like a mountain. Clever. Presuming this is Denali, this may be the only view we get of it. Well, the rain continues, you faithful few, as I risk damaging the Pocket 3 in the saturated environment. We finished having dinner in the main lodge. Had to head back to the room, drop off some water bottles, pick up the Action 5. We're gonna take a short hike, check out something called the Treehouse. Oh, here's the trailhead, Hill Trail, meeting moose, black and grizzly bears, and stuff and things. It doesn't say anything about the treehouse. I hope it's this way. Tell you what,
I'm pretty sure it's on a tree.
the whole embrace the suck thing really is being put to use. And no, I haven't recently put on 300 pounds. Just my chest rig is underneath my rain jacket. Methinks that'd be the treehouse. We just have to hike up to it. That's pretty cool. Solar panel array there. Coming down to, sure, an inverter. Probably some batteries down in there. That's just my guess, based on limited knowledge. Kill switch and panels. Getting Probably some decent sun, a little bit shaded. Apparently I have to hike up over a berm.
Can you get up there, Karen?
We just probably came the wrong way. We came the DMS way instead of the normal way. Oh, somewhere dry to be. Fantastic. Looky how quaint, and no one's even here. Got some swinging shelves. We've got a TV, probably with some informative doohickeys. Storage. And I can't remember what it was called exactly, but this was built on an actual TV show. Famous tree houses of the Alaskan pine forests. I'm not sure. But it was on like a reality show where they built tree houses and such. And they came up here to the Denali Princess Wilderness Lodge and built this one here with an amazing view of Denali. Let me show you that. Right behind Rugged Mountain Sister and Rugged Mountain Mama, between the two of them, sits the majestic Denali. At least I think. I think it does. What do you think, mister? Is it really over there?
Can't tell because of the fog.
Fog and cloudy and raininess. It's been the story of our adventure in Alaska so far. Land of the midnight sun? No. Land of the constant rain, I think is more accurate. Here's the proof. There's Denali right up there. And there's Mount Hunter right there. And Mount Foraker right there. Beautiful. So is there actually a Denali on your Denali Explorer tour? Hello? Let's go check out the outside anyway. Fantastic. There's the lodge down there. And there's Rugged Mountain Sister videoing me.
And action.
Well, that is the treehouse. It really is a beautiful structure. It's definitely worth the super short but slightly elevated hike up. We're just heading back down, same way we came, back to the lodge. Again, nice big patio area. It'd be fantastic. And that deck up there, that would be fantastic. Faithful few see a theme. They have a super cool area, campfire, places to sit down, bar where you can buy s'mores and drinks. It is a little smoky given the conditions. Super nice area. I bet this is happening under better circumstances. May not get another chance to check this thing out. 115 mile per hour top speed, 400 pound max weight, 370 mile distance. Plane only weighs 665. That thing is, I mean, the cabin is tiny. With the ski skids, single engine. It's beautiful though. Love that silver finish. On our way back to the rooms, but this is the 2320, one of the restaurants here. This is where we are now. And then we're going to head on up tomorrow to Denali Princess. And we're going to take a trip into the park, but then when we come back, we will head up to Fairbanks, to the Fairbanks Princess Lodge. Doesn't look as lodgy. Well, good morning, you faithful few. This hallway was filled with luggage at 7 a.m. this morning. It is now empty as they've taken it to load on to go to the Denali Lodge. I've really since lost track of what day it is. I think it's day 10 of Alaskan Adventurecation. And here's our weather. At least it isn't currently raining. Today, first thing we do is hop on a coach, make our way up to the Denali Princess Wilderness Lodge. Once we get to the lodge, we'll have a little time to check it out, but not a lot, because we'll be hopping back on a bus, go actually into Denali National Park. And everybody's making their way to the lodge. The rest of the Rugged Mountain gang's still in bed, in the room, and I was just coming out to get some coffee, just following the herd. I haven't really taken any video in this room yet. There's a fantastic view. We were on that trail last night looking in these windows. I got a cool fireplace over here in the corner with the moose overhead. TV with pertinent departure information and whatnot. And then it's like a guest relations type of desk of some sort or another. And a couple doors to make it out into the wilderness. And to round out the room, a big old bear. And then heading back past the bathrooms to the main, oh, and there's our call. It's time to board. All right, getting on bus D3 for the trip up to Denali Lodge. Alright, you faithful few, we've gotten off of the bus for a little break, only about 15 minutes. We're in the Broad Pass or something like that, I'm not sure. Can't remember what she said, but we're in a big valley, got mountains over there. I believe that's east. Got mountains over there, that's west. And we're in this big valley. So just getting out to stretch our legs, check out the scenery. At least it is currently not raining. Rugged Mountain sister doing some video and Rugged Mountain mister using the bathroom here in the back of the bus. Rugged Mountain mama in there with him. So just taking in the sights. It feels a little cold. I don't know what this is over here. I thought it was like a river, but it actually ends. So I'm not sure what that is exactly. All right. I think everybody's getting back on the bus. There's more of this to come, though. Made it to the Denali Princess Wilderness Lodge. Still overcast, but not raining. Got some mountains in the background, and the Rugged Mountain gang has left me. Ooh, that's a nice view. Look at that. We definitely have some exploring to do. This is a much larger grounds, at least of buildings and such, than the McKinley Lodge was. That looks awesome. The lodge is pretty big, lodge itself, we'll get back to that. We're heading to E, which is pretty cool because it's the wolf den. So of course, get to stay in the Mearf den and pull out all our Mearfs from luggage. We're on number 210, so we get to go upstairs. There's the room. Let's go check it out. The beds are nicely made for the moment. That won't last.
Okay, I call that side.
No, I want the left side.
As we argue about very important things, hit the light, mister, if you can find one. Ah, muy bueno. We got stand-up shower, but tub size.
They got a fan.
Yes, another fan. All right, gonna get unpacked and find out what we do next. Well, there's a view right out of our door on our elevated deck. Got some mountaininess. It's beautiful. Some spruce right outside our door too. Look down there's a little Georgie. Just noticed, you faithful few, that it looks like I have 2 bags on. I got my chest rig, and then I got this bag down here too. Store food in there for later. I don't know what the bear's name is, but come visit the Princess Village restaurants and shops with your tour guide, Rugged Mountain Mister. Let's go explore the Princess Denali Lodge. And this right here is the closest I'm ever going to get to climbing it. Mister's in the gift shop. Let's go check that out. Well, just came out of the lodge, got a tasty beverage for myself, Rocky Mountain Mama. Continuing to check out the shops. I didn't go into the Christmas shop, but they have a Christmas shop. And they got a bunch of little moosies here. I think carved here, for sale here, so that's super cool. And Fanny Q's saloon here is very inviting looking. Not only with that wonderful sign and the blue sky, clouds, and mountain behind, but they got a fire ring going over there. Fantastic. Nice little sitting area. This is where I'd like to hang out. Super inviting outdoor space here. The heater's running. No one's even out here. Maybe it's not dinner time yet. Lots of room. I think there's an overpopulation of bears around here. Birch bark canoes. These are fantastic. Can't buy that one. Not gonna buy that one. Or that one. Where's the Bengals? We're here at this fancy place where Mr. wants to get Subway. What do you got on your zipper there? Mears!
Stuffy.
Heading to Grizzly Burger. It's like a base camp tent. Going in, go on an eating adventure. Check it out, you faithful few. This is on the back deck of the Grizzly Burger establishment. This is magnificent. Look at that, you faithful few. We just finished up with our delicious dinner there at the Grizzly Bear, and just gonna walk back to our room, but man, this is a beautiful walk along the river here. So I get the old phone out and do a little hike video showing you way around. We just came from the Grizzly Bear dining place, as I mentioned. You can take this fantastic walkway, little offshoots to the different lodge buildings. I think there's a nice view up here somewhere. We've got about an hour and a half until our excursion leaves. The gorgeous mountains up there, beautiful river down there, so wide. The weather is really hit and miss, comes and goes, sprinkles for a little bit and then passes, which is fantastic as far as I'm concerned, as opposed to that constant rain we had there at the McKinley Lodge. Coming up to Caribou Ridge, buildings A and B, that is a big one. You can make it down there to that river. Don't know that we're gonna have time for that, unfortunately. Oh man, well this as far as we can go. You know, whether something got messed up over here or whether they just haven't finished it yet. Buildings look fantastic though. Nice deck to sit there. Even in the rain, you get a good view from there. Alrighty, well, a little bit of blue sky. That is beautiful. Loving it. Alrighty, we're gonna go back to the room, get some rest, bring you faithful few back when we're ready to head out into Denali National Park. Well, you faithful few, we are just sitting around waiting for our Denali Park tour bus. Around 4 minutes or so before it should show up, but we don't leave for another 19 minutes. We had a tough decision to make as far as what to wear because its temperature isn't too bad. The wind's a little chilly and the sun comes in and out and the rain comes in and out, so kind of a hard decision to make. Also sporting a new hat. I haven't really worn a non-DMS adventure hat in a long time, but got a nice Denali cap and kind of wearing my hood because it's a trucker's cap, which I normally don't wear. It's kind of cold on my balding noggin. We are at our first stop of 3, and I think they're gonna indoctrinate us with a video. See if I'm able to record or not.
Between 1923 and 1939, Savage Camp was the hub of visitor activities at Mount McKinley National Park.
Something else is when you go out, if you look up, there's a big window. This used to be the visitor center.
Beautiful window up there. Window, that's what it's called. Moose, goat, bear, meerfs, caribou, and some other stuff. Big Alaska map, water bottle filling station. It's handy. That's the direction of Denali if the window's clear enough and the clouds part. Well, that's fitting, isn't it? A caribou for you faithful few.
Here's this one right here.
Hey guys, what's up? Just enjoying some nummies.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to give everybody else a chance, folks.
Bye-bye. Here we are, you faithful few, at stop number 2. I got a shadow. That's crazy. 'Tis breezy. Beautiful spruce. We're actually going to Savage Cabin, which is this way.
I've gone crazy.
They're savage. Well, we are about 12 miles into the park at the moment. That's where this Savage Cabin is. So we're gonna mosey slowly on up to the cabin while our driver gets something prepped and ready for us to be up there. Got a good size group up ahead there. And let's see what they got for us. So here is Savage Cabin, but we got the other bus tours that are getting their version. Looks like there was a small little structure over there, maybe for firewood or something. This is still a working cabin. They use this in the winter when the sled dogs come up this direction to check things out, make sure things are okay. The mushers will actually stay here. Fantastic. That is one nice stove right there. And I actually have two. It even has an attic. I hear the ocean. He's Max from the Grinch. The nails on the window shutter there are to discourage curious bears from checking things out. Not sure what that is. It says cinder. I don't know if that's to keep, probably to keep kindling dry or something, maybe. Yeah, there's a close-up of those nails on the shutters. And they got real windows on here. Alright, that was Savage Cabin. And we're gonna take off to the right here. Supposedly there's some other items to read for our educational purposes. Of course, Mr. and I had to pee one more time. We're all the way up there in the front. Up here at a place called Inspiration Point.
Greg here is going to have a chance to talk to us and tell us a little bit about his culture, some of his history, some of it that the family almost lost, but they were able to regain. Any deep, dark philosophical questions about the meaning of life, Greg will be able to answer it afterwards. Now, if you want to take a picture, I do realize Greg is a strikingly handsome young man. By all means, take pictures.
Rick Mountain and sister getting pictures for everybody helping out. Just soak it in, you faithful few. We are about to leave soon. Our last view of Inspiration Point. So through all this, there's been a lot of talk of the land and respecting the land and being team and taking care of everything. And not once has there been a mention of the creator of this amazing landscape. So I'll take a moment to honor God, saying that his creation is magnificent. Well, you faithful few, as we make our way out of Denali National Park, we have some beautiful sunshine and some blue skies and puffy clouds. Oh, and the moon. Fantastic. What a great way to end this part of our adventure. Well, you faithful few, we've made it back from our Denali National Park adventure and are heading across the street from the lodge. Check out this fantastic row of shops they have over here. It's got ATV adventures, flights, glacier landings, rafting, fly fishing, a Harley Davidson, of all things. Interesting, they have a Subway delivery vehicle. It's weird. Denali ice cream glacier scoops. I'm sure they come straight out of the glacier. The magic carpet, not sure, but it's closed. There's the Subway. They have hours that definitely do not work for us because we will be out of this area by 10:15 tomorrow morning. Ooh, Black Bear Coffee House. There's something open.
It's open till 10.
Never mind this fantastic mountain range over here with the sun setting behind it. Fantabulous. And there's the lodge. I forgot to mention for you fellow Midwesterners and people from the lower 48, it is 9:40 right now, and the sun is barely below those mountains. Sun's still shining on the rest of the mountain range. Fantastic. Every time I want to talk, there's semis going by of all things. I tell you what, you faithful few, this would be the lodge to come up to and stay for like a week and just do like a different adventure every day. That'd be fantastic. All right, you faithful few, we've picked up a Alaskan delicacy called Subway, and we got it to go. We're heading back to our room, and although it is bright and sunny still, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for today. Unless something amazingly fantastic happens. That ends day 10, I think. I lost track. And we'll see you in the morning as we hop on another coach to head up to Fairbanks. Well, good morning, you faithful few, and welcome to day 11 of Alaskan Adventurecation. Waking up here in our wolf den room here at the Princess Denali Wilderness Lodge. We got one piece of luggage out and ready, but we're missing another one. Mama's still working on that. But pretty soon we will be departing from here and getting on our way to Fairbanks for the last leg of our adventure. All right, we emptied out our room. It's time to go get some breakfast. Just sitting here at the Black Bear Coffee Shop in Alaska, having breakfast with some mountains behind us.
I just now kind of noticed that.
My jacket looks like a troll head. We managed to get boarded on our last bus, FB13, Fairbanks, bus 13. And we are getting ready for a 3-hour tour, more like a drive.
Nice to meet you all. My name is Hunter. I'll be your bus driver today up to Fairbanks. I'll be taking you to the riverboat and then your hotel after. Is that correct? Going to the riverboat? Mm-hmm. All right, awesome.
For the first time, and I don't know how many bus rides, I have a window seat. So on our way up to Fairbanks, just take a few minutes and I want to talk about the tech that brought on this trip and how well it's working. So the vast majority, of course, has been shot on Pocket 3, which is what I'm shooting on now. All the audio has been courtesy of the DJI mic. A fair amount of other shots were taken with Galaxy S23, and I was using the Hollyland Lark M2S microphone on that. Got that right here. That has been working awesome. I can leave that one on most of the day and the battery lasts. So anytime I pull my phone out, take a quick video with it, I get halfway decent audio. Now all the way back in Juneau, my favorite tripod broke. One of the legs broke way up here. I was able to actually heat it up with a hairdryer and smash it back into place. And it's been working. I've just been super careful with it, but haven't been using it as much since it broke, just so that it's available when I need it. I have this other battery bank handle that plugs into the Pocket 3, so when I need to charge the normal one, I can put that there in my chest rig, get it charged, and pull this one out, plug it in, and keep everything running smooth for you faithful few. On probably a little over half of the shots, I've been using Insta360 Flow with the phone, just to get some good panning action going on. Have some nice buttery smooth motion on the shots for these fantastic landscape shots. You guys getting sick yet? I think I am. I've also used 2 of these 5,000 milliamp hour batteries just for little boosts here and there. This one's magnetic and it will attach magnetically to the back of the phone to give that a charge boost. And right now on the back of the phone is the magnetic mount for the Insta360 Flow, which this mount actually works really good with this case. And the last thing that has really made this trip work with the amount of footage that's being taken by both myself and my mountain sister, who's actually recording right now, is this Samsung 4 terabyte solid state hard drive. So basically with the DJI products, both the Osmo and the Action 5 that she has, I can connect that to my phone with the Mimo app, transfer all the files to my phone, and then this plugs in with USB-C to the phone, and then I can transfer everything from the phone over to here. Not only that, but I can manage all the footage I'm taking by putting them into folders and having them ready to go when I get home to start editing super quick to get these videos out for you faithful few. And I hope you like Alaska, because there's going to be a lot of videos. Yeah, the amount of footage from here is going to put Adventurecation to shame. Alright, well that wraps up our tech talk for our journey up to Fairbanks. Going to keep the cameras ready, catch any awesome views that we might have on the way up. I think we have a potty break in about an hour. Maybe you'll see you then. Alright, pulling up to our midway stop. Doesn't seem like it's been midway for a 3-hour drive, but we're at Lanika, which means River of Many Rocks. Nice. Got normal landing gear there, and then we might need to switch over to the pontoons for the water landings. Wonder if he's got ice skids too. Any good bush pilot would. A cool little greenhouse with a bunch of moose antlers underneath for good measure. Old school sled for the snow mearfs. Got a fish wheel here.
I know a place where the sun shines every day. So come with me, I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
Well, this right here is the airstrip for this little area. Lots of airstrips around for getting around Alaska. That's one of the major forms of transportation up here. You have a car down in the lower 48 up here. You have an airplane. Usually with those bigger tires, helps you land on this relatively uneven airstrip. One little factoid I forgot to mention with the train that runs over here is that this is one of the only trains in the world that if you come up to the tracks and wave them down, they'll actually stop for you.
I know a place where the sun shines every day. So come with me, I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
We are in the mass of humanity to get on the riverboat cruise. And not only that, but yet another gift shop. Oh my. Didn't see Mr. Moose above me. This is quite the place. Restrooms, gift shop. I think you can, you got grab and go lunches over there too that you can get. Fantastic. And yeah, there's a dining hall. Look at that. Looks like a mess hall. They can feed hundreds at a time. I'm not sure how we're fitting that on the plane.
Talk is cheap and we're wasting time.
Yeah, it's getting a little too crowded for my taste out there. Come over and check out the river and the river boat in honor of Captain Jim Binkley. So there's our Discovery riverboat. We'll be boarding in approximately 15 minutes. It leaves at 2, and then we shall shove off, presumably upriver. But we'll find out, and you'll find out with us. This is the Discovery 3. Discovery 2 is down there. Whoever said line jumping wasn't a sport, it's never been with my wife. She just kind of jumped in the middle of the line. No one complained or gave us a sideways look, so here we are, heading on to the Discovery 3 for the last excursion of our excursion. Adventure awaits downriver. Pick up your beverages and whatnot in there. I think I've made it. Oh yeah, free blueberry donut.
And for heaven's sakes, please do not miss this very emotional farewell off to the starboard side. I'm sure you already guessed is the original. Jim built that one. We only need about 39 inches of water. That's why the life jacket drill doesn't take very long. In fact, I don't even know why we have them on the top 2 decks. Oh no, we're sinking! It's over. Just put your life vest on and walk to shore. You won't even get it wet. In fact, if you're over 30 inches tall, we might ask you to get out and push. But I think we're going to be fine.
Where you get all your nummies.
On your monitor,
Fantastic.
Sharply left, there's a green.
That's the guy talking right there.
Up on shore, that's the seabird. Nanny, we can see you up there. What is it these 2 big boats have in common?
That's a great question, JR. And first of all, I would just like to welcome everyone back to the office of Discovery 3. This is actually the original ship's wheel from the steamer Yukon, which was that last vessel we saw on the slideshow there. And the steamer Yukon ended up getting stuck and frozen into the ice that fall. And they knew that that spelled the end for that boat because the spring breakup on the Yukon River is very, very violent, and they knew it would just crush that wooden boat to pieces. So what they did is they sent out a team to save and salvage all the pieces and parts of value that they could. And lucky enough for me and my family, my grandfather, Hazel's great-grandfather, happened to be a part of that salvage crew. And somehow, some way, he ended up coming away with the ship's wheel. And it sat in his workshop for about 40 years until we built Discovery 3 in 1987. And he put it back into service up here as kind of a tribute to those old boats he used to build and work on.
So on the chillier days like today, we love to take advantage of it and take some of our dogs out for a run, because the Alaskan Husky's ideal temperature is actually -20, -30 degrees Fahrenheit, so they are really enjoying the cooler weather. And of course, since we're taking out some of the adult dogs out for a run, we do like to start training our little puppies. So Tori has a puppy there that is about 6.5 weeks old, and then this little guy here is about 5 weeks old.
Nicely done, Katrina. Another great run.
Thank you, everyone. But let's be honest, it's really the dogs that deserve all of the praise. Now, no matter how long or how short the run is, we always go up and down the line, thank every dog for doing their job. And of course, after a run on a hot day, everybody likes to go for a swim.
Yep. That's just like me in 7th grade. You get it?
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We'll see you soon.
Well, you faithful few, we have docked at the Chena Village. Everyone is egressing the boat. And now there are a couple tours and such. We're supposed to divide into 3 groups and find out some info. And that young lady down there with the name tag was actually steering the boat, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, the main body of the parka is beaver. Now, as you can see, it's sheared for design. The outer part of the rump is timber wolf, and closest to her face is wolverine. Now, wolverine is always sewn closest to the face because they have a natural oil in their fur that prevents frostbite.
Stop number 2. Again, it's fantastic spruces all over the place. Love them.
So now that you folks know how this cabin is made, do any of you think you can survive the Alaskan winter in a cabin much so like this one? I so understand. And using one whole wolf can be made into one complete parka, but that's typically worn by men. The lynx is closely related to the bobcat. They're known for their black-tipped ears, their small tail, and their big fluffy paws to help them bound across the snow. Now, all these foxes can be found in the interior, and they can also be found in the same litter. This one is the Arctic fox. Now, the Arctic fox is not in the interior. These guys are up north above the Arctic Circle. And right now, he is in his winter coat, but during the summertime, they would camouflage into a nice chocolatey brown. Then here I have the marten. The marten also had warm fur, but they typically used him to make a nice warm winter hat. It would take about 3 of them. They would put one on each side, then one down the middle. And then they left that tail off for decoration.
So you faithful few, those of you that are into the backpacking just like we are, this is one of the first Dan Durston models.
First Dan Durston.
Lightweight, portable. This guy over here would be made in place, set up in place and used and left behind. This one here, since it's covered in caribou skins, was far too valuable to leave behind, so they'd pack that up and take them with them. Ultra lightweight. So this is essentially a recreation of what an Athabascan village may look like. Oh, can walk inside this one. See what we got in here. Very cozy cabin. Mosquito netting. I'm sure it would be ridiculous during the summer. Black bear. Dinner table.
There's Mirfs.
Seats for Mirfs.
Oh, there's animals.
That stove, that's fantastic. Got a nice mushing sled here. This right here is a cache where they would put their valuables and food and whatnot in to keep them up off the ground and away from unwanted critters. I think the weather's decidedly better up here in Fairbanks. You don't get the grand scale of the mountains, but some nice weather. In fact, they said they only get like 12 inches of precipitation a year, snow and rain. All these rivers are fed from the glaciers. This is not the river. Oh, there's our horn. It means it's time for us to head back to the boat. I figure we should comply. They got a thing going on over here with the Mirfs, Rocky Mountain Misters, and they're trying to get down to see them. Did you get to pet them, mister?
No, because I can't reach.
Can't reach down? Bummer. I was trying to comply quickly, but I got so much tech to put away. It takes me a minute. There's the chatty guy up there, hanging out on the little winged deck over there. He's the one that's been doing all the narrating this whole time. Even on the boat. We got another gift shop with mirrors. Oh, there's a central view of the paddle. A little bit of a wet, blurry window, but still a cool shot. Welcome to my vacation home. Waving to the locals. Wave, mister.
Yeah, they better watch those.
So here's the first discovery. This is how the business started with this little boat. Still good size. This was discovery 2 down here. 2, 3. They went for 3 decks on this one. Again, still a great size boat. And then we're on this behemoth, discovery 3, which is 4 decks.
I bet the next one will be called Discovery 4.
And can accommodate over 900 people. The deck crew is ready to moor us to the deck so we can disembark again. It's kind of crazy. This is the last full day of Alaskan Adventurecation. We leave tomorrow afternoon. It's crazy. Been at this a long time. It's coming to an end. Come out to Georgie tapping his butt and then walking like a goober down the hallway. We're just heading down to explore the Fairbanks Princess Lodge.
I'm going to Bicycle.
This is where you hang out if you're waiting for like your coach to come, but you got kicked out of your room. This map's super cool. This is how close Alaska is to Russia. Super close. So lucky, faithful few, a gift shop with mirrors. Got the main lobby area over there. Go here to the small internet cafe. A couple of bathrooms, information stations, sitting area, and a tour desk if we were going to book any excursions. Crackers Bar and Grill for nummies. Got a polar bear having a hard time holding up the table. Another nice sitting area and TV. Rare Rugged Mountain Mister hanging out on some of the seating, and the Edgewater restaurant. It is actually gorgeous out, probably upper 50s, even in the shade. And what's that annoying tapping noise you're hearing? None other Mountain Mister being a dork. Again, we left Vancouver with similar weather, and we're gonna end our adventure with similar weather. That's cool. Ice sculptures, Aurora Borealis. Young. Oh, look at this. This is pretty fancy. We got heaters over there too. Wow. Fancy. Well, I think our reservation should be ready. Let's go eat. This place is too fancy for Rugged Mountain Mister for sure, and Rugged Mountain Sister a little. Fireplace over there, nice big room. Fancy stuff that kids won't eat.
Stinky menu.
Well, you faithful few, it's only 9:40, which means it's super bright outside still. Just had an actual fairly tasty dinner And these two were absolutely insane the entire time. I think the trip has finally got to them. They've lost their collective brains. And so we will just leave you on day 11 of Alaskan Adventurecation with Mr.'s Ministry of Silly Walks. Good morning, you faithful few. Welcome to day 12 of Alaskan Adventurecation. This is our last day here as we just kind of chill out in the Fairbanks Princess Lodge, waiting to catch our flight back home to Indiana. I just grabbed a couple tasty treats this morning as I am the first and only one up of the Rugged Mountain gang. We have to have our luggage outside of our room by 11, and it's currently 8:45 a.m. And then we hop back on another bus to head over to the airport at about 1:35. So as long as we make all of our connections and everything works out okay, we should be wrapping up Alaskan Adventurecation today. I'll just come out to the back deck here of the Fairbanks Lodge. Take a look at the beautiful river down there. Got some nymphs playing in the water over there. The sun is shining right now and it is beautiful. The sun is pretty warm, breeze is pretty cool. Feels perfect for an Indiana guy in t-shirt and shorts. I am down to 34 minutes and 40 seconds of record time here on the Pocket 3 on the SD card that is installed on here. I'm running out, so I'm either going to have to switch and do all my recording from the phone or start deleting things here. But man, so close to getting to the end of this 12-day trip. Again, I can't help but filming. I have a problem coming off this fantastic deck out here that overlooks the river. I got stairs that come on down right on the riverbank, and they got this fantastic little walking path that I had to take advantage of. Although the Fairbanks Princess Riverside Lodge is not as lodgy as the last two lodges we were at, I think the style fits the cityscape a little better. And it still is fantastic and quite large. I got a little lodge trail here. Fantastic. Of course we gotta check it out. Well, at least you won't be eaten by them as they're herbivores. Help me keep my eyes peeled, you faithful few. I'm here on my own. Bear cache down there, a little garden for sustainable sustenance, and some cool little cabins. Not right now, she's locked down. This is gorgeous through here, you faithful few. I mean, other than the sound of the street nearby, given the thickness of this, you would never know that you are not in a deep dark forest in the middle of Alaska. Well, and the graveled trail, I suppose. One other thing, we have not really experienced any bugs up here at all. Now, mostly the rain has probably mitigated that problem for the most part, but even now, just got a couple gnats flying around me a little bit, but no mosquitoes. Well, after we put our luggage outside of our room, we have about 2.5 hours to kill until we hop on our bus. So should be able to bring the rest of the Rugged Mountain gang out to check this out. This is fantastic. Our room is up there somewhere on that sunny facade because Mr. was looking down, wanting to come over here and play bocce ball. Wake up, Rugged Mountain gang. It's time to get moving. Checking back in with the faithful few. We got Rugged Mountain siblings up. We're all packed up, our luggage outside the door. Trying to get some breakfast items maybe. and then check out the grounds, everything I showed you earlier, and hang around, wait for our bus. Rocky Mountain siblings in their natural habitat. By the way, I'm down to 26 minutes and 31 seconds of video on the Pocket 3. Alright, faithful few, I gave in, switched over to the phone so I could get some awesome horseshoe footage. That was terrible. Not very good at horseshoes. Close does count though. Having zoom on the camera is great because I don't have to put the camera super close to these 4-pound horseshoes. I at least hit it. I heard the ting. In the meantime, Rocky Mountain Mister finally got out to see the bocce ball court.
I won twice and I hit the white ball.
Rocky Mountain Mister, Rocky Mountain Sister, Rocky Mountain Mama, Rocky Mountain Dad. Oh yeah, look at that. Round 2 for Mister. He knocked me closer. Thanks, Mister. You're the best. Mountain Sister. Just a bit outside. Mountain Mama's gonna try and knock me out of the way. Oh, but she missed. I only have 1 ball for yellow and I still won. Check it out, you faithful few. I did not know that Fairbanks had an Indiana connection. Submerging from James Wickersham, who later moved to the Seed 3rd Division Court from Eagle to Fairbanks, the settlement was named after Charles W. Fairbanks, a Republican senator from Indiana, and the 26th Vice President of the United States, serving under Teddy Roosevelt during his 2nd term. Look at that cool Indiana connection. Learn something every day. If you're paying attention, that is. Walking back through this cool little forest trail with Mister, looking out for moose. There's a sign at the beginning of this trail that says look out for moose. If one came at us, we'd have to go hide in that little copse of trees. Might be too small of an area for a big old moose to get in and bludgeon us with its hooves. Came from that way, end of the little walk through the forest, come down here along the edge of the inn, and the river walk continues, and we'll complete the loop here after looking at the blocked off cabins. These cabins are fantastic. There's a lot of them though. Look at that. Cabin 10, extended stay, Fairbanks. I'm sure this is a separate business from Princess. Yeah, nice. Cabin 12, Pike's cabin would be a good one. You know, private deck overlooking the river. And then kind of blocked off from the Princess Inn by these fantastically large trees. This must be the common area for this cabin. Oh look, bocce ball rules. I think Rocky Mountain siblings are done with Alaskan Adventurecation. How did 2 old 50-year-olds have more energy and drive for this than 2 kiddos? All right, back through the portal into the Princess Wilderness Lodge area. I believe these gardens back here they use in the restaurant. It's pretty cool. Growing their own stuff with their 24/7 sunlight. Growing right along the riverbank here. It's pretty cool. I wager this is not nearly as inviting when it's 50 below in the winter. Alrighty, there's the stairway. We went that way and we have completed the loop. This will probably end our time here at the Fairbanks Princess Lodge. We just made it on potentially our last bus. It's 1:41, heading to the Fairbanks airport.
On the road, I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling out my name.
Just a quick tour of the Fairbanks airport. Faithful few. There's gate 1 back there. There's gate 2. There's gate 3. Gift shop. A coffee shop. And we got some stuff to eat and drink. That's where you go down after arrivals. This is where we came in. Of course, any airport, you gotta have a bar. There's our departure and arrival screen. Much quieter down here on this end of the terminal. Here's gate 4. Restrooms and vending. Interesting displays. And then there's gate 5 and gate 6. A good thing because I'm under 22 minutes of video left.
I'm there before the setting sun.
Boarding our second to last plane. This is Fairbanks to Seattle. None of us have ever been to Seattle before.
I was looking to belong when I already found my home.
Check this out, you faithful few. I got a row all to myself. Might end up in the window seat. So our gate change from C-17 to N-11, which is handy because that is a fair amount closer. Well, we are sitting in the Seattle airport for our 3-hour layover. Rocky Mountain Mister's cooked, says his throat hurts and his chest hurts. And Rocky Mountain's sister ear is bugging her. So, I don't know. We got a 4-hour flight home, but it doesn't leave for another 3 hours plus. So I hope we make it. This is our last boarding from Seattle. Boarding our 737-9 MAX to Indianapolis. And I only got 14 minutes left. Faithful few back in Indianapolis. Coming into the airport at 7 a.m. local time. Kind of like 3 a.m. for the rest of us. Nope. My alarm is even going off. Alright, you faithful few, with 12 minutes and 45 seconds left on my Pocket 3 SD card, we've come to the conclusion of Alaskan Adventurecation. So on behalf of RMS Productions and DMS Adventures, we want to thank y'all so much for watching, and you all have a great day!